Hi there, I'm Suzanne, Head of Carer Support here at Mobilise. I'm just popping by to say hi, to see how we're all doing. And I'm following up on our Mobilise Moments poll that we've just completed. So every month we're checking in with you to see how you're doing. We're asking ourselves, what is the thing that we're trying to tackle at the moment? And then in those answers you've been telling us about a little bit more detail about what's going on and the things that you're trying to resolve. So if you've not been involved in a monthly Mobilise Moments poll, check it out at the beginning of next month. You'll be able to join in again, and it's a really great way to connect with us and take some steps forward. But one thing that really has struck me is that we're quite often tackling things, and I know that the things that we're tackling are actually quite tricky. They're the things that need a bit of focus. There's a number of issues and problems, and quite often there's some barriers. So one of the things that I know lots of us are tackling at the moment is getting more support. That kind of those first steps to going, actually, let's get someone else involved in this here. Or maybe it's, getting the right support. Maybe things have shut down over coronavirus and we're kind of going back out there to find what's on because the things we relied on before aren't there anymore. So all that change that we're trying to go through. And when we chat in our cuppers, this is quite often the things people are talking about. We go on a bit of a journey with people. And as a coach, I always noticed sometimes we get a bit stuck. Sometimes we find some barriers. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today, to see whatever it is that you're tackling, let's check in on what the barriers are and see what we can do about them. So basically what I'm going to give you is some questions for you to go away and think about, and I really hope that you're going to find them helpful, but do let me know if they have an impact for you. So the first thing I want you to think about before you start tackling anything is just to check in on what's important to you. So often we're focused on our cared for, what they want, what their choices are, and it's just as important that while we're doing that we bring into focus what's important and what matters to us. So that first question is just have that check-in on what matters to you. Okay, and then when we think about something we're trying to tackle, something we're trying to overcome, it's really good to identify what the barriers are. So what is in the way? And it might be something that someone else believes or thinks. Let's just notice that. Let's just write that down and make sure we're aware of it. It might be lack of money. It might be lack of knowledge or information, lack of time, all sorts of things. So write those things down. What are the barriers that are in the way? And this next one, I'm just going to poke you a little bit with this one. It's a bit of a prod. How are you getting in your own way? What is it about how you're feeling about this that's stopping you? It might be procrastination. We have a lot of that. But there might be something lying under that little bit. Is it something like guilt? Is it something like, worry about what other people think or what the right thing to do is? Or feeling selfish? Just check in on how you're getting in your own way about overcoming this thing. And quite often when we look at a challenge that we're trying to overcome, we just sit there on our own trying to do it. I'd really like you to check in on who else can help. And it might not be the obvious people, it might not be your family, it might be a neighbour, it might be a good friend, it might be a pen pal that you're in touch with occasionally, you've kept a relationship going. Whatever it is, just think more broadly about who can help you. It might be a professional, it might be a support organisation, it might be another carer to chat things through. Don't forget, you can join in our cuppers, you can book in a one-to-one call as well to talk these things through. We don't have to go through this stuff on our own. We've got some choices there. So who can help you? And then finally, when we've had a think about all those things, maybe there's a little bit of a breakthrough. Maybe there's a first step. We can't solve the whole problem. We can't just fix the whole thing. But if we just focus on what the next step is, and then put a little note in our diaries maybe to come back to this after we've kind of got through that next step phase, to revisit this and sort of make the next steps and the next plans. So we don't need to make a whole big plan. We don't need to have all the solutions. Sometimes just what's the next step. So there we go. I hope you found that helpful today. Really love to see some of you on our cuppers. We've got the 500 celebration coming up next week, and really love to see some of you joining for us for one-to-one calls. Our carer support team are all carers themselves, and they're available, you know, a wide range of hours from 9 in the morning till 9 at night and at weekends. So there's hopefully someone there that you can speak to help you through whatever you're working through at the moment. Take care all, see you soon, bye bye.